Whoa, big day for commentary gossip. So just recently, the Escape the Matrix guy and Sneako started a huge online argument, all because earlier this week, the American government swooped in on Venezuela and took off with their president. And not that it has anything to do with neither Andrew nor Sneako, but they chose to pick it up. Anyways, Andrew Tate started it all off by saying,
Venezuela, take all their shit. I'm against these long, prolonged boots on the ground, let's launder trillions, thousands of death, bullshit, wars, Afghanistan garbage. I'm against that. But I am for efficient imperialism. Send the Blackhawks, kidnap one guy, in and out, 45 minutes, get trillions.
Sneako's made a whole reply on X telling Andrew to shut the fuck up and go get educated. After 107, you ridiculed Ben Shapiro for encouraging war from the safe comfort of a podcast studio. And today in Romania, you do the exact same. 100 innocent lives were already lost with far more to come. Oil isn't extracted overnight. It's not too late to change your stance. And obviously, Tate was not having any of that disrespect, so you know he had to dish it all back at him.
So I want to explain to you, without an idealistic, I'm in New York, I make arty-farty stupid videos, someone who actually understands the
But Sneako was also not having any of that.
I want to explain to you how the
Okay, so what, I make arty-farty stupid videos. What do you put on a military helmet and like wave guns around and say war's good? So I'm making videos that are trying to inspire people. You know, I'm putting effort into these videos, something nobody else is doing, right? You wear a robe and then wave around guns and a helmet. I don't take gambling deals. I could take a gambling deal. I could sign up there. I see them brag all the time. Oh, I made 300 million this year so far. I'm a billionaire. So why are you taking gambling deals after all this? Because that didn't really help me escape the Matrix. That didn't help me. Actually, that's why I became so stupid. I signed up for Duel. I thought I was gonna escape the Matrix and resist the slave mine, and instead I lost my mortgage on Duel.com using your gambling link.
I mean, at least he's honest. You know, one thing about Sneako is that he's really consistent with his character.
Tristan Tate saying that Andrew shouldn't respond to me because I'm just going to use it to get talking points on my podcast. Tristan, I don't know. It's not really 2022 anymore. I don't know how much motion and how much pull you think it has the same way. It's not about clout from you guys. It's really about anti-war. It's about this issue.
Bro just cooked out Tate like a tot. Sorry.
You guys are in Romania saying Venezuela. You guys are in Romania saying that we need to get involved and that we should steal everything from them. It's about protecting my country and not getting involved in foreign conflicts. You guys, how many times have you stepped in America in the past several years?
Not to be a prick here, but what the hell even is a Venezuela? I mean, wouldn't it be better to just swoop in and get it all done in like a single day than to spend years and years alongside billions of tax dollars? But Andrew Tate argued, this wasn't a war. I am anti-war. This was choosing a leader by Black Hawk instead of election rigging to control resource. Welcome to planet Earth. This happens all day, every day. That's why you live in a nice, rich country. You just don't understand how the world works yet. Basically, this country maxed out their inventory before spending a dime on their defense or storage. They were literally begging to be raided.
And the miracle of all of this to me is that Sneako's crying his eyes out that we decided to depose the leader of a South American nation. As if we haven't deposed the leader of every South American nation since there's been elections, bruh. That's all we ever do. That's why you get to live in New York, in your big-ass building. But because we used a helicopter this time, he wants to cry about it, instead of election rigging and dollars, which is how we normally do things.
Funny they are both on the same page here, technically, because they both believe those billions could and should be spent elsewhere.
Forget this bullshit about law, about right and wrong.
Listen to what he just said. I know maybe we're going in circle, but he just said, forget about what's right and wrong. What are you saying? Forget about right and wrong. This is how you're using your influence?
There is no right.
No,
and wrong.
No, there is, actually. There is right and wrong. This isn't a controversial statement, and it's incredible that this is even a talking point. There is right and wrong. You're not supposed to submit to the powers that be. I've heard his talking points over the years. He says, as a billionaire, I could be on a yacht, a bunch of models, but I choose to be fighting the fight because I do what's right. I could just off and be on a yacht and sleep with a bunch of women and be a degenerate, but I'm doing my podcast to fight what's right and escape the Matrix.
Think those insults are starting to get to Sneako at this point. Andrew literally came up through pornography. I mean, come on, what do you expect? He wouldn't go into gambling or start up some crypto bullshit?
Buy more! Buy more! Buy more! Buy more!
Plug. You are echoing the slave mind. You have now become the Matrix.
Not gonna lie, Sneako's impression is really spot on in this one.
Someone needs to put a flash like Men in Black on his face. Tate promoting gambling. Yeah, let's have a real conversation about that. I tweeted at Tate yesterday because after years of saying he didn't want to stream on Kick because they promote gambling, after years of Tristan saying that gambling and degeneracy and is ruining the West, Tate promotes his gambling website.
Buy more! Buy more!
Because it's hopeless. Because nothing matters. We Americans, here in Romania, resist the slave mind and gamble your way out of it.
I mean, you've got to hand him some credit for his level of consistency, bro. Credit's where it's due, man. Credit's where it's due. Trump just ordered the murder of 80 innocent Christian civilians in Venezuela, and not one of the base Christian TRC cons gives a single fuck. You know, at this point, I feel like in 2026, if they caught someone like Pablo Escobar, one side of the political spectrum would be pissed about it, whereas the other wouldn't, and it will just turn into this whole left-wing versus right-wing issue. This all feels kind of dumb, though, because all Tate did was call Sneako's video stupid, and Sneako's been blowing steam at the dude nonstop. I mean, Tate versus Sneako is like saying India versus Pakistan. They're the same thing. But what was Tate's take on Venezuela anyways? Keep watching.
One with a brain knows Mexico and below is all one big Mexico. Just a bunch of Mexicans. I'm from Argentina. I'm from Colombia. I'm from Honduras. You're a bunch of Mexicans. America should take everyone while it's still capable. While there's a few white guys left, because they're the most competent. Send the Delta Force to take absolutely everybody's stuff. That's the way the world has always worked.
Also, I don't know if I'm talking nonsense here, correct me if I'm wrong, but if there are any Venezuelans watching, are you guys kind of happy that Dr. Disrespect got kicked off his seat? I heard this guy was like rigging elections and shit. Is that true? Does Sneako even know what he's going up against here?
Or don't you need Congress to agree to invade another country, them, and literally kidnap their president? Don't you need to vote on this? Isn't this something that people need to agree upon? Apparently not anymore. And a lot of people think this is really cool. They see the thing as base. The populist movement in America, whenever brown people get, whether they're from Iraq, Afghanistan, there is a sense of national pride. Immediately, yeah, America!
I mean, props to them. The media does tend to paint it as an us versus them type of thing. But let's not make it look any better than it is. War and military conflict is nothing to be happy about. Civilian deaths are real tragedies. But at the same time, fuck it. I don't care, and I don't expect you to care either. I mean, if we all gave out that much empathy to every bloody global conflict, we would all be depressed. And plus, it's not like the people that claim to care actually care, because most of them be doing it out of selfish reasons or just to look good. Fun fact, I can bet that none of these two dumbasses knew who the Venezuela's president was until the news broke in and cycled down on them. And now they are both just using it to trend once more. It's all just for clout, guys. All for clout.
Buy more! Buy more! Buy more! Buy